Hey guys, Scott Patton here, and today I've got my what's happening on Chickamauga. You know, it's towards the end of August and it's been hot, really hot this past week. Haven't really been on water that much this past 4 or 5 days. But the week before I was out almost every day. And I know that with the weather we got coming in this next coming week, a lot of you guys are going to be coming down here. It's going to cool off. We're going to have some rain coming in. And that rain's going to trigger that good topwater bite, just that good overall bite altogether down here on Chickamauga. But here's what I've been casting them on. This is, the way I've been casting them, and I kind of tell you the areas and what type places to fish, you guys, and hopefully this will help you out. It's real simple for this time of year. We got a lot of bait migrating into the creeks. I'm not going to say every creek's got bait in it. You're going to do your homework, kind of run from pocket to pocket, back of the creeks and stuff like that. And even some of the side pockets on some of the major creeks if they had some bait in them and some fish. So every morning, to me it's important to get out early. I mean early when I'm leaving the ramp at crack of daylight where I can barely see. I'm going to get to my areas. I'm fishing mostly all the hydrilla and the grass here on Chickamauga. And I'm starting out with 2 different baits. One's going to be, of course, my Lucky Craft gunfish. I'm doing it in several different colors. Call them on Sammy too. Its color is really varied. I've tried, like I said, I call them several different colors. I'm throwing this on my 610 PAL naked rod. This is a rod here. It's got real good action. I'm throwing on a 17-pound test. Mono's what I'm throwing them on. Caught a lot of fish on that. And the crazy thing is, some mornings, with these clear mornings we've had, we've had some fog. Some mornings we'll catch 7 or 8 or 9 on it. Some mornings they just don't eat it, and I don't know what. I'm talking about the next morning versus, you go out today, you go out tomorrow, go out the next day. 2 mornings they'll eat it, and then 1 morning they just won't. And that's why I've been kind of throwing that whitey rig Cinco. It's still catching fish. Green pumpkin, June bug seems to be the 2 best colors for me. I'm dipping that tail on some chartreuse. Another topwater bait that I can get them to eat is going to be a prop bait. I think some of you guys that follow me have seen me talk about using that prop bait down here. This is a Lucky Craft prop bait. I love this little bait down here. This is a golden shad color. I use it down here. There's a lot of golden shiners in Chickamauga, you guys. But that prop bait to catch them, catch fish that the walking bait won't. So you want to keep it rigged up. I've got this on PAL 610 endurance rod. Again, 17-pound test mono. I will usually always throw this bait on mono. If I'm going to use braid, there's 2 things you need to do because that prop's going to get that braid wrapped into it. You can put a couple of bobber stoppers on there, you guys, to keep that from happening. Or you can use braid with a monofilament leader about 20 inches or so like that. A lot of times I just throw it on straight mono. It's easier for me, and it's just the way I like to fish it. But then after that, after the sun gets up, after about that 9 o'clock, 9:30ish, that topwater bite's really dead. On the clear days, it's dead or faster than that. I'm gonna say around 8:30. But then I'm gonna go back in the creeks and stuff, you guys. I'm still throwing that chatterbait. I'm throwing a shad pattern. Nothing special. Just going back there throwing around where I'm seeing the bait. I'm looking on my active target for bait scattered around. If I'm seeing a lot of mornings, you can see, you see them fish chasing them balls of bait. These fish are grouped up in some areas are not. That chatterbait is a bait I throw, later in the morning to get me a few more bites. And, really around 11, 12 o'clock, it really has been getting pretty tough, you guys. Another bait that, I always keep rigged up, especially when I'm back in the creeks and stuff like that, is I got this on a 7.4 PAL endurance rod. I want a good backbone on this, because sometimes I might be making a long cast. I've got a Pro Tungsten red weight on this. It's blue fleck and plum has been working good. I don't know if you can see the difference in those 2 colors. And this is Zoom worm right here, you guys. But what I'll do is I'll just take that thing I got on a 5/0 hook. I'm just going to Texas rig it We'll stick a little bit of that hook in there, slide it up, you guys. It's offset Tamagotchi hook. After I do that, then I'm gonna lay that hook in there just like that so I can see where it's gonna be straight at. I hold my fingernail right there at that. That way I know exactly where to stick that hook right through at. You go straight through, you guys. Push it back, skin hook it just a little bit, and there you got that right there. That right there is called a logfish too, you guys. I'm dragging this under the bait. You know, just in case I caught some good fish on it. You know, they're chasing the bait. I'm catching on a chatterbait, but still you can throw that worm underneath them balls of bait and stuff like that too. It's always worked good. I used to do this years ago on Kentucky Lake this time of year too. You fish it around. Good thing is too, you go in some of these creeks, you got lay downs and stuff like that where I can't get in super tight. I can cast, pitch that worm in there around those lay downs and stuff like that, or around, just cast it either way. But you don't have to be around cover to catch them on this bait, you guys. Any of the creeks that you're seeing bait and you're catching fish on a chatterbait, you'll want to throw it some because you'll catch some fish on it. That's just, you haven't got to hit that chatterbait. And even back in the creeks, you guys, I am still catching fish on that chatterbait later in the day, and also on top water. I'm talking about if you go out in the afternoon, the hour or two before the sun sets, it's been real good too. I've got a buddy of mine that's been going out and catching something like that too. But one bait I haven't talked about yet, and you gotta have tied on, you guys, is a frog. Black usually is a great frog to go with down here this time of year. You better just have that tied on and start throwing on some of these mats and stuff we got. I've had some good bites. I've had a lot of them hit it and miss it, not eat it. But the days again where it's cloudy and rainy, it's been a better bite. I've just been walking throwing this bait out there and walking it, on top of the mat, stopping it, walking it, stopping it like that, and you'll get bites on that. So definitely catching some fish on a frog. It ain't full blown out frog season, so I know I hear some of the guys say it is, but for me it has not been. But you need it tied on because you will catch fish on there too, you guys. So this is kind of what's been happening on Chickamauga. I appreciate you guys following along, and I also appreciate you guys liking and sharing this video. Leave a comment. All you guys that leave comments for me all the time, I appreciate that too. I like getting feedback with you guys. But it is right around the corner to fall fishing, you guys. I'm telling you, hopefully this weather we're going to get coming in this week will get rid of these real hot 98-degree days and stuff like this. We've been real fortunate this year that we haven't had 2 months of those, but we've had some. But look like we've got a good fishing week coming up. I've got days open. I've got some days open next week, and I've got days open through September, October, and of course November here on Chickamauga. And then after that, I will be heading to Okeechobee. So, and I appreciate you guys that's already booking Okeechobee up with me. And it's a great place to fish, a fun place to be in the wintertime. But anyways, guys, appreciate it. You see me on the water, give me a shout, and I'll see you on the water, guys. Thanks.